A cultural shift is taking place in the Cedar Valley schools. Have you noticed the change in our students?
Be proactive.
Some days you're not going to want to do it, or you're not going to work hard enough, and you just got to get back into that.
Begin with the end in mind.
I start first and have my goal in mind, and that's why I have the future ahead of me, and I want to plan to reach the goal.
Put first things first.
We get a little bit more homework than we did last year, and so I do my homework a lot more, I think.
Think win-win.
It's not just school anymore, you know? It's I'm coming here, I'm gonna do my jobs, and I can be responsible.
Seek first to understand, then be understood.
When someone has an idea, I don't shoot them down, and I kind of agree with it, and kind of make it sound better.
Synergize.
So my job is to take attendance, and I have to be there on time to do my job so that everyone else can do their job after me.
Sharpen the saw.
You have to balance your life on what you eat and how you exercise, on how much sleep you get, and how much time you watch TV.
Cedar Valley classrooms are filled with students who are responsible, who show initiative, who know how to set goals and meet them, who get along with people of various backgrounds and cultures, and who can resolve conflicts and solve problems.
We all think before we act. We're not all messing around in class anymore.
We're being nicer to each other, and we're not bullying as much.
This cultural change can be directly attributed to The Leader in Me. Based on the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Dr. Stephen Covey, The Leader in Me is preparing each child to see themselves as a leader. But it's a model that starts with the teachers and administration.
The challenge I posed to the staff was, would you adopt the 7 habits of highly effective people in your personal life? And we went through 2 days of training to receive that, and that has been the biggest transformation.
Hey, we're a team, we're all in this together, and we all want you to have a good life and use the habits.
Good teachers try and infuse leadership into their classrooms, but now it puts us all on the same page, and it gives us a language, a common language.
The staff and the teachers and the administrators, I think, have all gotten something out of it and are all glad that they've gotten involved in the program.
It has really transformed the spirit of the school that I love. And Leader in Me has given us an avenue to reach all kids.
With Cedar Valley teachers living and teaching the 7 Habits of Leader in Me, a common language forms that allows students of all ages to engage and understand each other and their teachers.
To me, it's like a second language, and I always say this because it really is.
We're able to use the language of Leader in Me and explain to them why it's important that they change their behavior. It's not just how they will act, it's how they are influencing others.
You know, they're little kids. They're small kids, and they can look you in the eye and they can shake your hand and smile at you in an affirming way.
I feel like it helps Hoover make better lifelong learners and leaders.
Definitely made me a better student, as I've always tried my hardest in school, but I have not always had A's like I have this year.
The Leader in Me program is also having an impact outside the school walls of the Cedar Valley.
This community and the people that are in the community and the businesses that are in the community are only as strong as the children and the young people that we're growing in the community.
The benefits for the community are amazing. We are helping to get students ready to be prepared for the workforce and to know what they need to do, what's expected of them.
You can learn about physics and math and engineering, but to be successful, you have to work with others.
And so one of the things that we thought we needed to do from the Cedar Valley Alliance and Chamber standpoint is really start to arm our young people with the skills that they need to be effective for life, and we don't have to wait till they're adults for them to figure that out.
The skills that these children are learning from the 7 habits really are skills that translate very well into the workplace.
My 5th grader, one of his responsibilities is every morning he goes into the school library and turns on all the computers. And so he wants to be there a little bit early and is excited to be there every morning because he gets to do that job.
Leader in Me has been huge with that, because the soft skills, the employability skills that employers are saying are always missing in job interviews, that's what we're teaching.
I think that Leader in Me will have a lasting impact on our children. I strongly believe in developing healthy habits that leads to growing successful young adults.
The 7 Habit has changed me. With the things that I learned in Leader in Me, it has changed me in like what I do, how I interact with other people and other students.
So how do the 7 habits really impact our students?
It's the ownership. It really is that it's not just my classroom, it's our classroom. And so they're taking the responsibility. They're learning that there are consequences for their choices that they make.
They look for opportunities to be involved and to be, starting programs, or they look for problems within the school, and then they don't just bring you the problems, they bring you a solution.
It is the way happy, successful people run their lives. And so I think that's why you start young, because that's just the way to do it. It's the way to model it.
It has impacted our youth in a wonderful way so that they are so poised and confident, and it's just amazing their ability to relate to other people.
They say listen first and then be heard, and it teaches kids to look at somebody in the eye when they're talking to them, and just making them better overall people with manners and with objectives and goals.
As a student, it helps me get better grades, helps me act better, and helps me think before I act.
It made me feel like wanted, kind of. Like I'm not actually just gonna come sit here. I get to do something, and I'm important.
And so if we challenge our students and our children and say, I expect this type of work ethic out of you, they will rise to that occasion. They always do.
The Leader in Me isn't necessarily a program. It is a way of thinking, a way of being, and a way of doing.
What we know is if we have great kids developing into good leaders that have solid character and they're effective, that can only enhance our community.
What I really enjoy is making sure that student that maybe didn't have that self-confidence, develop that confidence and reach out, or come to me and say, Mrs. Luce, I have an idea. And that's exactly what's happened with several of the students.
Every day I want to use my knowledge on Leader in Me to help other people.
You have to leave all the negative outside the door, but when you enter, you have to become a leader and know that you have to be a good student and help people out.
It's really something that I don't want to let go of because it is helping me.
You want to be a better person, and it teaches you how to be a better person.
Come and visit our schools and see the things that the kids are doing.
In the words of a very wise 7th grader from the Cedar Valley, it just makes sense.
I am a leader. I am a leader.
I am a leader.
I am a leader.
I'm a leader.
I am a leader.
Can you see the leader in me?